I faced some challenges in my life based on my sexual orientation. Going back to coming out at school, coming out to my parents, the sort of usual, back then I guess, the usual things that you go through, coming to terms with the fact that growing up in a heteronormative world, you're going to be different from the majority. Thankfully, my parents were very accepting, my family was very accepting, and I didn't have any real issues in that respect. Unfortunately, some people aren't so lucky, so it is something that it's a tightrope that people walk when making a decision on whether or not to come out. I mentioned already about my education when pursuing my PhD. And then I guess since starting a family, a lot of companies just assume that, a lot of people assume that, you know, you're married to a woman, especially when your partner's name is unisex. So when you then mention that you have children, the concept of same-sex families is a very new thing. Since the Same-Sex Marriage Act came in, naturally, you now have an evolution of gay couples that are now looking to start their family. And it's easier for lesbian women, you have a lot of the material there that's needed. It's hardest for gay men to start a family. So certainly going through the experience of surrogacy, looking at adoption versus surrogacy, and successfully going down through the surrogacy route, that's definitely something where my sexual orientation hasn't limited me, but it's opened up my eyes to a whole new world of parenting, to the world of parenting, and also what it means for my son, the route he'll take in the world to walk in the shoes of having same-sex parents. That's something that I don't have. So it's something my husband and I need to be cognizant of for my son's upbringing. So that plays on my mind when looking at educational establishments and nurseries, and just evaluating all the services that you need for and are in touch with when raising a child. So I would say to companies, you need to look at, does your policies cover for surrogacy adoption leave? Because usually, and I'd expect this for the majority of the profession, if you're a same-sex couple going through surrogacy, you're probably the first person to be doing it in the organization. So, because it's quite rare. So having policies that cover for couples that pursue surrogacy is important. And of course, surrogacy can be used by straight couples as well, heterosexual couples. So that's been one of my biggest learning points of recent, is becoming a father, starting a family, and then seeing where parental leave and policies and attitudes at work and flexible working, how beneficial it can be. If you're not offering it holistically to everyone, then that will definitely be having an impact on attraction and retention of people in the workforce.